first, our top story tonight, a new batch of Twitter files have officially now been released only moments ago. Journalist Barry Weiss published the latest details uncovering the social media giant's censorship campaign. And what we're learning tonight is downright appalling. Newly unearthed documents now prove that left-wing Twitter employees built blacklists of accounts that they didn't like and would, quote, prevent disfavored tweets from trending and actively limit the visibility of entire accounts or even trending topics, all in secret, without informing anybody on Twitter. For example, a prominent doctor from Stanford was secretly placed on the Trends blacklist after he argued that COVID lockdowns would harm children. And meanwhile, our very own Dan Bongino, he was put on a search blacklist, limiting who could search for his profile or tweets. He will join us and respond in just a minute. Now, Twitter also blocked Turning Point's founder Charlie Kirk's tweets from being amplified. Apparently, Twitter handled up to 200 of these censorship cases each and every day. But remember, as Weiss points out, Twitter repeatedly denied the use of shadow banning. Twitter was lying. They lied over and over again. I had interviewed at one point Jack Dorsey. He told me specifically, no, we don't shadow ban. Now, we're also learning tonight that Twitter formed a secret group that featured the company's highest-ranking executives that would make decisions in private without much of a paper trail to censor or ban high-profile conservative accounts. Like, for example, a popular account called Libs of TikTok, which was suspended 6 times in 2022, even though the account did not even violate Twitter's hateful conduct policy. At the same time, the woman who runs Libs of TikTok was doxxed on Twitter. In other words, they give out the address of the person. According to Weiss, a tweet with her home address received more than 10,000 likes, and yet Twitter refused to take down that tweet. Now, clearly, what Elon Musk said over the weekend was absolutely correct. Twitter was an arm of the Democratic Party and a malicious arm. Take a look.
Clearly, if Twitter is doing one team's bidding before an election, shutting down dissenting voices on a pivotal election, that is the very definition of election interference. I mean, what the hell else would you? Of course, it's like, yes, you know, frankly, Twitter was acting like an arm of the Democratic National Committee. It was absurd.
An arm of the Democratic National Committee shutting down dissenting voices is, by its very definition, election interference. Now, it's not only Twitter. Almost every big tech company acted as an arm of the Democratic Party and interfered in our elections. And tonight, I call on all of them. Apple, Google, Facebook, all of you follow Elon Musk's lead. You need to be transparent. And by the way, will the media mob finally take note? Don't hold your breath, because as Elon Musk suggested on Saturday, many in the media mob, they are totally, completely compromised. My words, his word, complicit. Take a listen.
Well, I think those people should be looking in the mirror and wondering why they were deceptive. Why did they deceive the American public? And instead of trying to redirect blame to Matt Taibbi, they seem to be accepting some responsibility themselves for not being truthful to the American public.
Not being truthful to the American public. Now, obviously, big tech and big media, they have been acting as an arm of the Democratic Party for quite some time. That's not news to this audience, but we may never know the full extent of their efforts. Now, because get this, now Elon Musk is suggesting that some files may have been deleted or removed. Now, this came out after Musk discovered that the controversial ex-FBI Russiagate lawyer James Baker was personally reviewing and approving the initial batch of Twitter files that were put out by Matt Taibbi, and Baker was still serving as a top lawyer for Twitter until Musk fired him earlier this week. This is a huge story. Now, instead of voicing concern about Twitter's collusion with the DNC and potentially the federal government, many so-called journalists are now more worried that Musk installed beds at Twitter's headquarters in case employees were tired, working a lot of overtime, so they'd have a place to get a few hours sleep. San Francisco, what's their reaction to being nice to your employees? Oh, let's open up an investigation on Elon Musk. Now, that prompted this response from Elon Musk. So the city of San Francisco attacks companies providing beds for tired employees instead of making sure kids are safe from fentanyl. Where are your priorities, Mayor London Breed? But the madness doesn't stop there. Now, the compromised congenital liar, Adam Schiff, he's so deeply troubled by Elon Musk and his push for free speech that he's now just flat out lying about hate speech on the platform, citing zero evidence at all whatsoever. Schiff tweeted earlier today, quote, against slurs against black people have tripled on Elon Musk's Twitter, and claimed that slurs against women are on the rise, too. Musk immediately poured cold water on those claims, replying, quote, false hate speech impressions are actually down by a third for Twitter now versus prior to the acquisition. Meanwhile, the White House press secretary asked about the Twitter files and the Democratic push for censorship earlier today by our own Peter Doocy. All she wanted to do was not answer the question and say bye-bye.
You've said a few times that you really can't talk about communications between the Biden campaign and Twitter. Who is telling you that that's off limits?
I've already had that conversation with you, with your colleague, I believe, yesterday. I've already addressed this multiple times this week, so I don't have anything more to add. Again, we've litigated this all week. Don't have anything to add.
So not a campaign
I'm going to the back. I'm going to the back. I'm going to the back. Go ahead.
All right, so let me get this straight. So we know now, according to Elon Musk, that the Democratic Party, the FBI also involved with weekly meetings warning Twitter that there may be false information about Hunter Biden coming out. You got to be on the lookout for this before the election. Meanwhile, they had Hunter Biden's laptop a full 11 months before the 2020 presidential election. Then Elon Musk says, yeah, suppressing information is by definition election interference, but the White House doesn't want to talk about it because they benefited from it. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.